Hi guys, my name is Mila, welcome back. I see many posts on Facebook or Reddit about people who go race online and then they get beaten by people running a faster time than their own dyno time and feeling that it's quite unfair. In this video I'll explain how to avoid such a situation and how to win more online. This is the method that I use with my car, so when it comes to racing for money, I can take the W. First of all, how does online racing work? When you go online, you won't get matched up with the people who have the exact same dyno time as you have, you will be put into brackets. We call these lobbies. Everybody in top teams knows about these, but at times there hasn't been 100% certainty about it yet. In this video I'll give you the ones that I know of so you can build further on that. The lobby times that I know of are sub 7.8, between 7.8 and 8.2, 8.2 to 8.6, 8.6 to 9.1, 9.1 to 9.3, 9.3 to 9.5, 9.5 to 9.7, 9.7 to 9.9, 9.9 to 10.1, and above that I don't really have the times exactly, as I basically never run there myself. All the times that I heard of are 10.6, but I don't know exactly what these times are, so if you want to look for them, just down-tune your car a little bit, go online and check what other people drive as an average time, and then you can fix on that one. When you're looking for lobby times, be sure that you don't rely on cars like the Ferrari F12 or the Plymouth, as those cars are completely broken, they can run way below dyno time. I have my cars matched to these lobby times and have always helped me win in them. So if your car runs an 8.5 for example, you get put in a lobby that goes from 8.2 to 8.6, and you'll see when you get beaten quite often. If you would have a car running 8.6, you'd be put against other contenders who would run up to 9.1. The system works like this in different tiers. In tier 3 I know the max lobby where you can also find the boxes in it, so I think that one goes from 8.2 to 8.6, and then it changes. To start off, you'll need a car with lots of upgrades. That will first of all give you more RP. Prime example of this is when you race a stock tier 5 or when you race a maxed out tier 5, the gap between the two per race is about 1000 RP. The second reason is that it will give you more flexibility to downtune. We will have to do this if we want to get in the lobby that you want to be in. Mostly when you tune a car for the fastest time, it's not always easy to match that time from the dyno, right? Best example I can give is 570 VX. It's a very fast car and easy to max it out. But when it's maxed out, you can do an 8.275 or 279, but you can't really reach that. It's very occasional that you can actually get there, and you get put into 8.2 lobbies with faster cars, and you'll be stuck running 8.3, 8.4, and you will lose many races. So at that point I decided to downtune it. The slightly slower lobby time is at 8.61, and I tried finding a tune getting me closer to 8.601, as I knew that was the boundary, and soon I noticed that the car can run comfortably under dyno time by just messing around with the final drive. The 570 VX has a very fast shift pattern when maxed out, so I tried to slow it down by pulling it a little bit to the left. Then I tried going online. I always lose the first race to check out what lobby I am in, and if I see I'm in the right lobby, I press rematch and then I win mostly by a gap. But watch out, if you leave live races and you rejoin, you might have actually been switched out to the faster lobby, as the game remembers at your own runtime, and then I have to downtune a little bit more, like 8.650, or if that doesn't even work, 8.7. Be sure if you try to beat the lobby time, do not do it by a big gap. The prime example is the F12. It's very easy to downtune and you can go half a second or even a second faster than dyno time, but the game will notice that I move you anyways. So try to stay within 1/10 faster or even half a tenth faster than the lower limit of that lobby. Keep tweaking the dyno time until you can find that sweet spot where you can go faster than the lobby time itself, but not so fast that you actually get moved to the faster lobby. My McLaren is now tuned to an 8.785, but runs a solid 8.55 all day long. But keep in mind while testing to try different starting points. With my VX you can see that I use a wheel spin start. If I wanted to take a perfect start, I'd lose time due to an RPM drop. To show you guys that it doesn't only work with maxed out cars, I have another example of this. My Huracan. I have a perfect tune for it once, but I made the mistake to put up a stage 6 intake on it. Now I put it back to stage 5 and I found back my old golden tune. As you can see, it says a dyno of 9.152. But when I go in live races, I can do a 9.0 to 9.05, and my competitors are still around 9.1 mark. Key here is not to be fastest in your car, it's to tune the car so you can make it fast than other ones in their own territory. Now the tuning itself. If I see the car has a very fast shift pattern, I slow it down by moving my final drive more to the left, till I see that I can get close to the dyno time of a lobby that I want to be in. Keep in mind, transmission to the left increases top speed but lowers acceleration, and if you like it to have a very fast shift pattern but a slow high-end speed, you can move it to the right. Then I tried out and seen if I can actually beat the dyno, and in most of the cases it did. If then I get to, for example, 10.075 and I need a 10.1, I just mess around with the nitrous. The tires I mostly don't touch unless I really need a very small change, like when my final drive or nitro is already maxed out. Two big examples that may be my favorites are the Aston Martin DB11 and the Audi R8 Vorsteiner. Both put at 10.1 lobbies, but if I had them tuned to the best time, I wouldn't even be near the dyno time. Now I can beat them easy, and I go around 10.0 to 10.1. As much as I'd love to say that every car can be a weapon in the right hands, it's not really that easy. I have some cars that just don't let me run sub-dyno, like the Ferrari FXXK or the Koenigsegg 1.1, but in most of the occasions you can find a sweet spot. The easiest cars to downtune are the known Ferrari F12 and the Ford GT. If you tune it, sometimes you can see a big drop in Evo points. Reason to this is that when the system checks for the dyno time, it calculates in with a perfect start. And with a bad tune, the perfect start can actually cause you to have an RPM drop to 0 RPM, and you can get a horrible start and you lose time. If you have a car like this, you can do two things. Tweak tires a little bit more to grip and final drive a little bit more to the right, or you can just try to get a wheel spin start or an early start to avoid this problem. As a swapper, I use this in the first place to agree on people to find each other in a certain lobby. Like, you agree on me, we will both be in 8.2 lobby, we will both tune our cars to 8.2 and we will see each other there. And on the other hand, you can also use this when someone thinks they can outrun you and they bet money, you can just easily take their money. But don't trust Ferrari F12s, they are really broken, they can go very fast under the dyno time. I've heard people when they win too many races, it moves you up a lobby. In case this happens, try to lose some races in a row or try down tuning again a small amount like 5,000ths of a second, and it should put you back where you belong. But what you can also do to avoid this in the first place is to either swap with people or taking 2 wins and then 1 loss to buff it. Anyways, for RP you can't keep on winning, as RP drops the more you win. All the cars that I use online that can run sub-dyno, I put them all together into 1 or 2 garages. I'll show you guys now the tunes that I used in this video, like from my maxed out McLaren or the Huracan, so you can just try them out for yourselves. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below or contact me through line. My line ID is MillerCSR2, all in one word, no caps. First up is the killer tune for the 570 VX. Of course, there are faster tunes out there that you can run 8.279. This tune is specifically for the 8.6 lobby, so you can basically kick ass in there. In case you have all stage 6 for Huracan, put the intake down to stage 5 and then you can put the dyno like I have it, and then you can tweak around until you can get around 1375 Evo points. This should give you a time of around 9.15 to 9.2. Just try it out. It's a fast shift pattern, but in my opinion it feels very natural. Use nitrous from the get-go. If you need parts, you can easily buy and strip Huracans from the dealer for 1 million every 12 hours. Another one of my favorites is my green Porsche 918. This is a very special shift pattern that I have, and if you don't have any transmission stage 6, this can be very useful. Just let it start at 0 RPM, shift very early like I do, and don't use nitrous. This is a hero for when you have to finish the 60 races without nitrous challenge. In the rest of the video I'll just show some other cars that I have with the parts and the tunes that you can try to use if you have the same stage 6 parts to kick ass in online races. I hope this video helped you out to get easier to those 10 silver keys after 15 wins, and maybe in the future become a pro hustler. My name is Miller, see you around and keep racing.